This is my worship. Take joy in it. Make it your dwelling place. I want to see a smile on your face.
Chapter 27. How many need some keys in here? Do you understand that we're about to get the keys to victory right here? God is saying that I'm going to give you some keys, and these keys that I'm giving you is going to take you to the victory that you need. Did you not hear what Evangelist Net was saying? Let God move in your life. Quit trying to direct your own path. Let God direct it. You about to learn something that God is about to release in your spirit today. We got to change. We got to change. You can't be the same every day. You got to be able to change as God moves in your life. And when you get that, stand, I'm only going to read one verse. And this one verse is going to give you the keys that you need. Stand. Psalms chapter 27 and verse 14. Woo. These keys is going to move you into a victorious life. Who want to be victorious? I was listening to Sister Justine talk up here, so I know that she want to be victorious. Who else need to be victorious? Who else need to move into the victory for their lives? Watch. How I do that, Pastor? Watch. Let me show you how he said do this. He says in Psalms 27 and 14, he said, wait. David is saying this. He said, wait. What am I waiting on? On the Lord. What did he say? Wait. On who? Do what? On who? Do what? On who? Be of good what? Be of good what? And he shall what? Strengthen your what? Wait, I say, on the Lord. You may have a seat in the presence of the Lord. Can I tell you, when David wrote this song, David was coming out of a trial and tribulation. David wrote this after he came out of it. He didn't write this while he was in the midst of it. He wrote this thing afterwards. So what is he telling us? Is there's always going to be something trying you, but all you got to do is wait on the Lord. As you wait on the Lord, and I don't want to hear that he might show up when I need it. God is always going to show up on your behalf. But you got to wait on him. We got to wait on the Lord. David comes to us out of the experience of dealing with his enemies. I was listening to you. You said that the devil is busy. He's always going to be busy because we got to do what God says do. So when he's busy, it don't affect me because I'm waiting on the Lord. But while I'm waiting, I got to be of good courage. So I can't be waiting on the Lord and frightened at the same time. As we understood that we learned last week, Gideon was afraid before God anointed him. But like I said last week, watch. Out of this, God told Gideon, he said that you're a mighty man of war. So he spoke to him in the present form, not in the situation that you are in now. We look at what we're in now. God knows our future, so he speaks our future into our present. So we can't run from it. We're trying to hide from God. Gideon was in a wine press, and he was pressing wheat in a wine press. You don't press wheat in a wine press. You press grapes in a wine press. Gideon was there because he was afraid, and he was hiding. God said, you don't need to hide. God said, you don't need to be afraid. God said, I got you. You're with me. come out of dealing with war, he said. Now we back to David. So David came out of dealing with war, dealing with frustration and heartache and enemies all around him. But God said, what? No, David said, what? He said, wait on the Lord and be in good courage in your heart. So we got to understand to put this thing into balance. When God take care of us, we can't be running and being afraid. So David was able to go through it, and he's seen a difference after he understood what the keys of victory was for his life. God said, I'm telling you, as David went through the fight in the wars and all the enemies around him, I gave him keys to victory. We got to understand that the things in this text is going to make it clear to us once we understand what God is saying to us. We're always saying that you got to know who you are in God and who you are in Christ. But do you really understand who you are? David had repeated challenges, folks. And I'm sure it's not one of us that's sitting in here right now that has not encountered repeated challenges in our lives. But how we go in it, how we come out of it, determines who we are in him. How more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus, who strengthens me. Man, you got to know it. You got to understand that you're more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus, who strengthens you. But you got to know it. Repeatedly, over and over in the time of your life, you got these challenges that's going on. But what are you doing in this? What are you doing? How are you preparing yourself? Look, I understand we come to church and we look good in church, but we got to understand that we still battle with stuff and we still go through stuff. But how do you get this victory? I come to church sometimes, I'm frustrated. But you don't know it, because how I'm in my frustration is going to carry me through.
Yes, amen. Thank you, Lord.
It's people that come in and you put on this facade and you're frustrated and it shows on your face and you're not fighting the fight of faith. You letting the enemy, as Sister Justine was saying up here, come run rapid in your mind. But God said, wait on me, and I will give you the keys of victory. You heard Evangelist Nat say, Sister Justine said the enemy is running. Evangelist Nat said that God is working through that. But how do we receive him when he's working in us? Do we run and hide in a wine press, trying to press down the wheat, or do we stand strong? Strong challenges, strong fight. Strong faith. There you go. I was trying to get it together. Thank you. See, that's why you got to be here, because I know where my help comes from. That's why I need y'all here. Y'all gonna help me when I don't have it. That's what we do. Help one to another. We got to do this thing together. I'd like to hear that. Thank you. The reason that causes us, it's one thing that makes us frustrated. One thing, and I know I put two fingers up, but it's one each one. One thing, I'm from the fifth floor. But do you understand what the one thing that it is that causes us to be frustrated? We can't win. It gets the best of us. So it frustrates us because we want to do everything ourselves. But God said, wait on me.
That's right. Amen.
God is going to be the one to get us out of it. See, what happens is we try to work this thing ourselves, D. And I look back over my life. I tried to do everything my own way. And I understood why I was so frustrated, because I couldn't work it out. It didn't fit. It was a square peg trying to go in a circle, or however that goes. A circle, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It tried to go there, but it didn't fit. I went around people. Where my young men at? I went around people that I was not supposed to be around. And I was very uncomfortable because I didn't fit. I tried to fit in where I didn't belong. And it frustrated me because I was lost. So we can't try to fit in somewhere where God has not sent us. God wants us to be where he put us to be. Quit trying to make it yourself fit in somewhere God has not ordained you to be. It's that whatever square peg they're trying to go in a circle or however that thing is. There we go. I knew somebody had it. Thank you. Dang, the rest of y'all was just leaving me out there. Y'all just y'all didn't let me on the island by myself. Amen. Hey, but somebody else might not have understood it. I want to be in the house today when I talk to you. I want to be sitting next to you so you can understand what God is purposing in your life and in my life. And you got to realize, when God gives us a message, whoever preaches, he gives it to the messenger first. So whatever I minister to you, whatever comes out of my mouth, I had to go through it first. Yeah. I had to. So I can't sit here and say that I don't understand what you're going through. So the frustration, I've been there. I understood what it took to get out of frustration. I understand that I couldn't do this thing on my own. I couldn't do it by myself. And that's why, and he's showing me that I can't run this ministry by myself. It'll frustrate me because I try to do too much and I won't be able to handle it. And because I told you I'm a sore loser. So if I can't do it, that means all the things, that mean I'm losing somewhere. I need you. I need you to be there as I follow God. And that's the qualifier. As I follow God, you follow me. And you know if I'm not following God because you know what God is saying to you. The devil is a liar right now. This voice ain't going nowhere. It's staying. Hey, put me on pause real quick, Willie. Excuse me, y'all. Watch this. I think I'm going to be in the house right here. The frustration. How many have been putting applications in? Job after job after job. And you're frustrated. Thank you. You're frustrated because you know you're more than qualified for the job, but they don't call you. They don't call you. They ain't said nothing to you. I'll put it in this application here. I'll put in that application here. Lord, why they not calling me? And it frustrates you. And you get upset. You saying, I know I ain't supposed to be in this job that I don't like anymore. Watch this. I'm frustrated because I got to wake up in the morning and go to a place that I don't like. I got to go deal with people that I can't. And it frustrates you. And you saying, Lord, what is going on? Why am I still here? God said, do you understand that you got to wait on me because there's still a purpose? See, what you want to do, you want to do this thing on your own accord. God, I'm finished with them. I got to move on. But God said, it's not so. I ordained you to do something here. I know, Willie, they're not giving you the hours that you think that you're supposed to have. And you feel that they're not doing you right. But have you asked God, what is the purpose behind all this? Lord, what is it that you're teaching me in this? Instead of get frustrated, God said, wait on me to release you. I've seen so many people that they said God sent them somewhere and they quit a good job and they go somewhere else and they struggling now because they said that I got tired of the people that was around me. But did God release you from those people? Those people might have been teaching you patience and something that God wanted you to have. You don't understand why nobody has been calling you back, though. Why they don't call me back, Lord? I done put these applications in at this job. I'm frustrated because I know I'm so much better than this. But God says, I might be teaching you something, and I might need you to stay there a little while longer. And you're talking about things, and the frustration don't make you better. It makes you miserable. And it makes you mad. You need out. Watch this. I was thinking about this when I was taking a walk, and I was walking, and watch how couples are. And they get together and they start talking about things that's supposed to help the relationship. And you done gave them the insight on what to make this relationship better, because this stuff that you did frustrated me. And your boo was sitting there saying, I understand everything that you're saying. And as soon as they walk off, they just start doing the opposite of what y'all just talked about. Frustration. Because we just talked about this. And we're supposed to be making each other better, but you're doing the opposite of what we just talked about. What's taking place here? It's frustrating me, Lord. Why are we still in the same place that we were yesterday, today? We should be above there or farther past there by now, Lord. We're doing the same stuff that messed us up. By the first 5 or 6 times that we did it, and it didn't do right, why are we going to continue 7 and 8 more times? If it was wrong the first 5 or 6 times, what make it right this next? We got to be above that. We got to change from there. Truth be told, I don't even want to answer my phone sometimes. Watch. You see the number on the caller ID and don't know it. And it is a bill collector. You know, you just said to yourself, it's a bill collector. I don't want to answer this phone because they're frustrating me. I think that was the worst thing that ever came up with was caller ID. People run from that number they don't know. It must be a bill collector because I don't know that number. But it frustrates us when it doesn't line up to what I want or what you want. It frustrates me. My life is frustrated. I don't want to do it no more, Lord. I need your help, Father God. I need you to get me there. How do I move through this thing is what you're saying. Did I hear you say that? I'm glad you asked that. Thank you. Let's look at Psalms 27 and 14 again. The first thing that you got to understand that you have to do is what David did. Look at that over there. That's a piano. Now what I need you to do is close your eyes and then look at me. What did you just do? You changed your focus. So David we had to understand David changed his focus to understand how to move away from frustration. What he's telling me is, for today, I have to change my focus. Watch it. He said, watch. It's simple. He said, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord, he said. The wait here has been expressed with patience. So we got to have patience to take care of what God wants us to do. Can I open somebody's eyes right here? Can I really open our eyes? Not only your eyes, but I need to open my eyes too. The problem that we have on waiting on people is that we're not in control. So it frustrates us. So we get frustrated because I am not in control of that. That situation that took place, I can't control it. So it frustrates us. And we want to control every aspect of our lives. But God said, you got to wait on me and let me control your life. Let me lead you. Watch, we waiting on people to bail us out. We're waiting on people to take care of all our problems, Deke. And we're waiting, Minister Tamika, on people to do this for me, to do that. Do you understand one thing for certain? People will let you down. People can't be your source. God is your source. God will not let you down. God has never let us down. We let him down. Stop putting your trust in people and wait on the Lord. Let God direct your path. People won't do it. They'll fail you every time. I tell you what, if I would wait on all the people that said they'd be a part of Top of the Mountain, we wouldn't get nowhere. I was just telling them, I was up at 2 o'clock this morning. Well, I went to bed at 2 o'clock, I'm sorry. I was up at 1 o'clock talking to people that said they were going to be here today in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm talking to people, and they say, we're going to come, we're going to come. But see, if I would have waited on them to come here to start, we'd have been missed everything that God had in store for us. We would have missed the prophetic word. We would have missed the singing. We would have missed. People will let you down. That's why God said, wait on me. I'm frustrated because I'm waiting on people. They'll frustrate you. If we had to wait on people to move this ministry forward, we wouldn't go nowhere. Because they'll let us down. If I would wait on people all the time, I would have my high blood pressure. My blood pressure would be sky high. How are we coming here with my eyes all red, but I'm still trusting in God, but I'm frustrated because of people? How many times have you come and sat in church frustrated, but still trust God? It happens. We're frustrated because we don't understand how to win, how to get the keys to victory. And then we get frustrated. Let's see how. Brother Isaiah said this, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. So while I'm waiting on God, this is the key. While I'm waiting on God, my strength is getting renewed. Y'all might come over here. Y'all might hear me. While we're waiting on God, while I'm in that weakened stage, while I'm frustrated, he said, while you wait on me, your strength will be renewed. Did you understand what he was saying? Your strength is going to be renewed. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. So what is that telling you? When you wait on God, he's going to strengthen you and you're going to run through it, but you're not going to get tired because you're doing it his way. You're running for the Lord, and I ain't tired yet. Did I get that one right? I'm running for God, and I ain't tired yet. It's what he said, wait. And then watch this, you shall walk and not faint. So no matter what you're going through, God is saying, I'm going to strengthen you. I'm going to renew you. I'm going to rejuvenate you. And you're going to be all right. That's right. Amen. I'm not going to wait on people because they'll let me down. I got to wait on Lord. Watch this. When you get that phone call and they ask you to help them, you drop everything that you're doing to go help them. But as soon as you need their help, they can't help you. The only time that you ever called and asked for some help, but they can't help, they don't have the time to help you. And you've given of yourself all the time. You walked away from dinner from your family to help them, but as soon as you need them, they're gone. They can't be there. I got to learn to trust the Lord. David said in verse number 6, watch what he says. And now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies and all around me. Therefore, I will offer sacrifices of joy in his tabernacle. David said, no matter what, he has learned to keep his head up around his enemies. David is also telling us to offer up a sacrifice of joy. No matter what is going on around me, what it looks like, I got to offer up a sacrifice of joy. I got to give God the praise, the honor, and the worship is what he's saying. I'm giving it to you, Lord. No matter what, I'm praising you, God. I'm lifting up your name, God. God is saying that he will take care of us. God says, when you do this, I'm going to meet your need. When you offer up your praise, your sacrifice of joy to me, God said, I will take care of you. All of that, when you give him the glory. Why do we sit on the glory that belongs to God? And he said, I'm going to give you everything that you need when you offer it up to me. And watch, he goes on in verse 8, he says, when you said, seek my face, my heart says to you, your face, Lord, I will seek. See, what people don't understand, we come into church, we seeking God's hand. But the word says, seek his face. God said, my face is my glory. You seek my glory, I will give you my hand. Stop trying to get from God and give God what you owe him. Your praise, your worship, your glory. And then he's going to add to you. Stop seeking his hand and seek his face. Is that not what he just said? When you say, seek my face, my heart says, your face, Lord, I will seek. So while we're seeking his face, he said, I'm going to give you what you need. Not seek my hand. Seek my face. Seek my face. And then that will put us in his presence. And where we're in his presence, there is joy. And when we're in the presence of God. We ought to also understand that when we seek his face, we stop trying to seek his hand, and we stop doing it our way when we seek his face. Seek his face. His hand, we don't have to seek after because he will give it to us. We seek his face because the presence of God is full of joy. Who said smile? That was the first song Sister Justine sang. Smile. That joy that you have inside of you is going to put a smile. Because that's God. And the allure of his glory is going to come out of you. And it's going to put joy inside of you. In the presence of fullness of joy. David tells us that we have to seek his face with our heart. Let me tell you, this is how we do it. This is how we seek his faith and fight through frustration. Number one, keep your head up, is what he says. Keep your head up. Number two, I'm going to have joy, is what he tells us. Number three, I'm going to sing praises to his name. I'm going to seek his face, number four. My whole heart is going to do this. Verse number 14 goes back into it, says, wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. How can we come with a heavy heart if we seek his faith? And he said he's going to give us his whole heart. Our whole heart will be strengthened, rather. And we also need to know how to fight. Not fisticuff fight. We need to know how to fight with faith. David learned how to fight with faith by changing his focus. So when I change my focus, I change the way I fight. And I understand that it's faith. Faith is going to do it. I am still holding on to God. That means that he has come my way. He's come my way. Verse number 10. And it says, excuse me, it says, when my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take care of me. Do you understand what that says to us? If people closest to me leave me, if people closest to me leave me, I decide to move on without them. Because David said that by them I know that there isn't in a person, place, or thing that is going to take care of me, but is God. So I don't have to trust in a person, place, or thing. All I got to do is wait on God. And he's going to direct my path. He's going to lead me to where I need to be. Stop trusting in a person, place, or thing. And put your faith in God. People stuff. I don't need people stuff. I need God to be activated in my life. After you stop giving them what they want, you'll see them walk away from you. They don't want to be a part of it because you don't have what they need anymore. And all along, all they wanted was your stuff, your glory, your anointing. That's all they wanted. But when you don't have what they think that you have, they don't want to be around you no more. Stop chasing, as Michael Jackson sang, waterfalls. Let them people fall away. Let them go. I learned this thing. I can't chase after people anymore. I got to chase after God's face. And it's only his face. People going to let you down. I'm right as God directed. Wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Faith fight. Verse number 11. Teach me your way, O Lord, and lead me in the smooth path because of my enemies. Sister Justine, that's what you were saying? Yeah. Teach me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your ways. When I go through a smooth place, I am walking through my enemies. You're walking right through them with your head held high. They can't stop you because you're waiting on the Lord. And watch this. Watch how this thing so graciously said. Yea, David also said this. He said, yea, that I walk through the valleys of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because you are with me, is what he said. And then your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of those who lied to my face. Come on now. You prepared a table before me, and those that said that they love me, and they stabbed me in the back. Come on. At the first chance that they had, they stabbed you in the back. You are the one that kept me right when the people said that they loved me, and out the door they went at the first chance they got. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Teach me your ways, Lord. It's time to change your focus. It's time to change. We got to do God's arithmetic in here. And his arithmetic does not add up to the way they teach us in school. And we got to do it your way. Change my focus, Lord. I'm going to stop putting my efforts into people and situations. I am turning it all over to you, Lord. And watch when we turn everything over to God, how he prepares a way for us in the wilderness. That I'm going to be strong and fight with faith. I'm going to have so much with God. Is what he was telling me. Yeah. Whereas everyone wants to walk out the door, God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. So put your trust in me. Because as long as I'm doing what God has me to do, he will take care of me. He will take care of you. But we got to do it his way. And that's what we got to understand. Wait on the Lord. Let's go back to this verse 14 one more time. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage. And he shall strengthen your heart. We have broken hearts because we don't wait on God. We move into relationships that God never directed us to, and they hurt us. But God said, wait on me of your being. Verse 13 says, the reason we need our heart strengthened is, watch it says, he says, I want to have, excuse me, I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So let me tell you, don't listen to that or say that you're going to get everything you need when you get to the sweet by and by. God said that you're going to get it while you're still in the land of the living. If you wait on him. Your heart has to change. You got to change your focus. Build your faith. And the Lord strengthens the deepest parts of our hearts. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen our hearts. In Jesus' name, give God some glory.
Has smiled on me. He has set me free.